mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me. Yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I keep this face is feed me. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy. They like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look. All this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you got some.
Later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the New York Jets. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. 56, right there, 56. Here we go. Ready?
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Line 56, line 56.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
Here's a give to Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready, hunt. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. 3rd and goal, Burrow. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Cameron Batson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a 1st quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Vikings nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 116 outlaw.
Mike 54.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
94.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Jets 7, Vikings nothing.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Akers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Logan Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got this one completed to Mims.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 22, Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Akers. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Slide for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same.
He's got him in, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Reception here by Ruggs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
95 Mike, watch 95. Hey man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Greystone trap.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Akers. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bryson Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete to Freiermuth. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And here's Freiermuth again. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10.
Big 13. 11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the run.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Touchdown, Jets. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Vikings 28, Jets 14.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Vikings 28, Jets 21.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
28 all. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the handoff, it's Akers. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 39, Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 outlaw. Check me out. 95.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ready? 51's the mic.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Palmer. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Derek Brown able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on first down, Burrow. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
3rd down.
On 2, right?
58,
Burrow on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He was brought down at the
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. It got his man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a give. Akers running left. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. The Jets 30-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Going right back to Akers. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 71 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jets on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. That is caught by Mims. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll try the left side. Akers. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Jenkins tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That's to Freiermuth. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
42, Jets 35.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
Got
a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Henry Ruggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Vikings 49.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Burrow. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game. They put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, I just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now.